The Curse of the Sacred River. A Namurandan Tale, Part 1. The night was darker than charcoal. The moon hid behind clouds as if afraid of what it might see beneath. A lone figure ran along the dirt road that wound through the forest of Namuranda's highlands, her sandals slapping the dust, her breath sharp and ragged. It was Shane, her school blouse soaked with sweat, her hands trembling around the tiny torchlight she carried. Every few seconds, she turned her head, hearing whispers from the trees, the rustle of dry leaves that sounded too much like footsteps. "Wait, wait for me," she cried into the emptiness, though she knew the bus had long gone. The road stretched ahead like a serpent, glimmering faintly under scattered stars. The silence that followed her cry was heavy. Then, from somewhere deeper in the woods, came a faint hum, like someone chanting, or something calling. Shane stopped, her heart thudding against her ribs. "Who's there?" she whispered, but the only answer was the sighing of wind through the grass. A drop of cold rain struck her cheek. Then another. The air changed, it smelled like iron, and water, and something else, something old. And that's when she saw it, faint light flickering through the trees ahead, as if fireflies had gathered to form a face. A woman's face, glimmering over the outline of a river. The spirit of the sacred waters was watching. 2 days earlier, the sun shone bright over Namuranda Girls' High School, a prestigious all-girls institution perched on the edge of the city of Lubanga. The air was filled with laughter, perfume, and chatter, especially around Class S.5 literature, where the girls were whispering about one man. Mr. Keto Emmanuel, their young, charming tutor. 28 years old, freshly graduated with a master's in African studies, with a smile that made even the headmistress blush the first week he arrived. But there was something deeper about him, his fascination with Namuranda's folklore. He often told the class that no country could truly understand its future unless it respected its past. That morning, he entered class carrying a bundle of books, dust flying as he dropped them on the desk. "All right, ladies," he said with a grin. "Today, we won't just read about myths, we'll feel them." A murmur ran through the room. "Sir," one of the girls, Leah, said, "you always say Namuranda is full of hidden places. Tell us something real, something not in books." The class leaned forward. Even the lazy ones packed up. Mr. Keto smiled, hesitating for a moment. "There's a story," he began slowly, "from the hills of Kibula Village, a place so old, even our maps forgot it. The villagers there once built a statue, not of a king, but of a spirit. They say the statue could bless their land, make the soil fertile, heal the sick, and call rain when the skies went dry." "Wow," whispered Nadia, the class gossip. "Like a real god." "Not a god," he replied, "but a guardian. They called her Namiganza, the giver of waters. And beneath her statue ran a sacred river, Ruizilaya Marembi, the river of peace. It was said to have a spirit beast living within, a protector that would awaken only if the river was defiled by human blood." The room went quiet. The sound of the ceiling fan was the only noise. "Blood," whispered Agnes, clutching her necklace. "Yes," Mr. Keto said. "The legend says, if human blood ever touched the water, the spirit would rise to cleanse the land, through sacrifice." A nervous giggle broke the silence. "Sir, are you making this up?" He shook his head. "No. In fact, the village still exists. Kibula, hidden beyond the old Mukono forest. But it's a sacred site, not open to tourists." Immediately, the class erupted. "Sir, you have to take us," cried Stella, always the bold one. "Yes, please." "A class trip," added Sandra, her deskmate. "Field work," said Leah, trying to sound scholarly. Mr. Keto laughed, raising his hands. "Ladies, it's not a game. That place is said to be sacred. You don't just visit without permission." But the girls persisted for days, writing proposals, even begging the principal. And then, Something unexpected happened. The principal's daughter, Vanessa, stepped in. Tall, confident, with long braids and a sharp tongue, Vanessa was used to getting her way. "My mother trusts you, sir," she said one evening after class, smiling slyly. "If you lead the trip, she'll approve it. She told me." Her tone was flirtatious and dangerous. Mr. Kato hesitated. He had already crossed the line with Vanessa before, a few stolen moments, a secret that could cost him his job. But the temptation was there. He nodded. "All right. One trip. Educational only. We go, we observe, we come back." The next morning, the girls screamed with joy. Even the shy ones, except Shane, the quietest of them all. Shane was different. She came from a small fishing family at Lake Namuranda, reserved but observant. She often told her friends, "There are places you shouldn't visit just because you can." They laughed at her, calling her the grandmother of the class. Saturday dawned golden and loud. The school compound buzzed with excitement, students in jeans and t-shirts, carrying snacks, music speakers, and sunscreen. The school bus gleamed yellow in the morning light. "Everyone check your name tags," called Mr. Kato. "We leave in 10 minutes. Vanessa winked at him from the window, wearing a sleeveless top that clearly broke school rules. Shane, however, stood near the dormitory gate, uncertain. Her stomach had been aching since dawn. A voice inside her whispered, "Don't go." But before she could decide, the bus engine roared to life. "Wait," she called, running toward them, but no one heard her over the music and laughter. By the time she reached the road, the bus was already a cloud of dust in the distance. Frustrated, she returned to her dorm, grabbed her backpack, and began her lonely run, determined to catch up, unaware that her absence was the thin thread between safety and doom. On the road to Kibula. Inside the bus, the girls were singing pop songs mixed with traditional tunes, clapping and laughing. Mr. Kato tried to keep order but soon gave up, smiling to himself. The road twisted through green hills, banana plantations, and villages where children waved at them. "Sir," Vanessa whispered, leaning closer so no one would hear, "we'll have our time there, right? You and me." He looked away. "Vanessa, not here. Not now." Her lips curved. "Later then." Hours passed. The road grew rougher, lined with ancient trees and dark valleys. Finally, they reached the signboard, half broken, covered in moss. "Welcome to Kibula, the village of the waters." The air grew strangely quiet. No birds. No laughter. Just the hum of the engine and the rustle of wind through tall grass. "Sir, why is it so quiet?" whispered Agnes. Mr. Kato forced a smile. "Rural areas are always quiet." But in truth, even he felt something, a pressure in the air, a stillness that washed. He didn't know that, somewhere behind them, miles away, Shane was still running, her shoes torn, her breath shallow, following the same road toward destiny. To be continued in part 2. The students explore Kibula. Strange omens appear. A whisper from the river. A mistake that cannot be undone.